Howdy, my name is Oatmeal and welcome back to Let's Play EU4 Russia. We've united Novgorod into Russia, successfully taken a chunk out of Lithuania and made them into something kind of weak, and pushed Denmark completely out of all Finnish provinces. Now, Finnish provinces are now Russian provinces because if you watched my Japan Let's Play or have watched a large portion of this Let's Play, keeping revolt risk low is something that I think is extraordinarily valuable in this game. That being said, I do have a revolt going on, but it's not... Wow, I must have forgot about them until just right now. It's not something that I like to have. Revolts are something I try to keep revolt risk as low as possible. I am supporting rebels over here in the newly Protestant Lithuania. Lithuania got a pretty big boost when Protestant rebels came and converted a lot of their Orthodox provinces from Catholic. Maybe not. Well, they have quite a bit of Protestant provinces, which is good for them because Protestantism is great. 5% less tech cost is just awesome. Much better than lower stability costs, I think. The Tyrannic Order seems to be at war, in a war that I was in but left. Have separate peace modifiers with my allies, Bohemia and England, because I pieced out of the war, taking chunks of Denmark with me. Now, Denmark is quite a bit more powerful than usual because it managed to inherit Sweden and Norway before any sort of shenanigans happened where they might break their personal union. So let's get going. The game plan for this episode is The game plan for this episode is to complete westernizing. We clicked the button, moved the capital to St. Petersburg, so we're up to 0 stability, but we really don't want to lose the stability. So an advisor, looks like this one, leaves my court. I'm gonna go ahead and let him. Probably pick up better relations over time guy. Maybe trade power, I don't really know. So here I don't want to lose 10 Republican tradition, but that's a lot of nice amount of gold, and I really don't want to lose stability, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Stability costs so much when you're westernizing. It's an increase by 200%. I would change it, but actually this is really great, the stability cost modifier guy, because I know I'm going to be buying stability. That being said, I don't really need better relations over time. To be perfectly frank, I have nothing to do with my diplomats, so global trade power it is. Oh, I lucked out. They had a serious chance to actually take that province, but no dice. Only reason I have any revolt risk whatsoever is that I have these reactionaries up here. So I'm going to leave a stack of troops over here, and in my newly minted, or newly taken provinces, I'm going to go ahead and leave them over here. Now, unfortunately, my missionary has nothing to do because I'm coring these provinces, and I needed to core them because I was going to westernize and use all my administrative power. So, let me go ahead and set my timer. Don't want to go over too much. Yeah, as you can see, I already don't have anything to do with my diplomats. Let's see, Bohemia. Yeah, I could definitely do to improve relations here. They're back to... Oh no, they never left being friendly. England, on the other hand, I think has fully improved relations, and the separate peace thing is hurting me. How about my other ally in Munster? I could improve relations a little bit here. must have also been discovered supporting rebels here, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to supporting the rebels. Lithuania has no way of getting to these provinces, so if there ever were rebels there, if I ever did get rebels to tick, the Russian patriots, then they would be unable to get to the rebels, and so I would gain these provinces. They would join me upon revolt, so... Just hopeful. It says I have 5% per month, but I know something's wrong with that. And they're at war, so their war exhaustion's not going down. Looks like we had rebels here, particulates, but they must have immediately gotten handled. Since I'm not at war, I'm going to go back to patrolling the Baltic. I control pretty much all of the Novgorod trade zone, except for these two provinces, but I don't have a whole lot of strength in the Baltic trade zone, and I really would like to. I think the next objective might be... Oh, it looks like Bohemia's out of that war. Oh, and they're only neutral to me. They were friendly, but they're neutral now. The reason I want to be allied with Bohemia is Denmark declares on them, and that's a defensive war that I can get into with Denmark. If you were to check, I can't get into an offensive war and get Great Britain to join me, and I need Great Britain's boats to sit right here and block their troops. Stick the troops on this side. Oh man, okay. Lithuania. Oh, that just happened pretty fast. I don't know. Oh, Bavaria's part of... Bavaria over here is in a personal union with Denmark. So basically Lithuania and Denmark just joined forces against me. I'm actually going to... how do I go about leaving the... I'll stay in the coalition against Lithuania. No, I don't want to be in the coalition against Lithuania. When I get one of my diplomats back, I'm going to leave the coalition against Lithuania and join the make a coalition against Denmark. Now, Poland for a while was an ally, and they probably would go back to being an ally, but a threatened ally is not one that I want. They're much less likely to come into war with me, and then all they're going to do is drag me into war, which would be fine, except that the only war that I'd want to get into that Poland might get dragged into is with Lithuania, and I don't want to get dragged into a war with the Ottomans, so I'm not going to ally with Poland anymore. They were a good ally for a while. Basically, the best thing they did was they got in a war, lost a lot of their troops, and then, like, once they joined Lithuania against me, they didn't have a lot of troops. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it did matter. So the alliance with Poland did end up working out in the end, in that it killed off some Polish troops. Now, if you remember from our previous war with Denmark, even with the English fleet doing some serious work by holding the strait, even with them holding the strait, I still got embargoed or blockaded here. The question is, do I want to keep him or get a new one? I'm not at full Republican tradition, and that is increasing my stability cost. I don't think I'm gonna take another 10 hit. I think I'm gonna do this, because it's increasing my stability cost by a lot, and when I buy the stability, I wanna not have that. So always remember to do this to make him a leader. Not only for the fact that you really don't care if your leaders die as a merchant republic, because you just go through another election. In fact, sometimes it's convenient if they're not very good leaders, you can get not very good military leaders. You can get them to swap out and to be a better military leader, like I'm going to do with this guy. But also, it does increase your score to have good generals. And since I play as getting to rank 1 is victory, I don't play for the global conquest. The only global conquest I would ever consider doing is the Ryukyu Islands global conquest, because that's a Steam. That's a Steam achievement. I might consider that. So, what I wanted to do. Oh, this is. I saw Novgorod, and I thought, oh, I'm Novgorod. How am I going to get local revolt risk for my entire nation? What it meant was that Novgorod, the province, is going to get revolt risk. Yeah, okay, screw you guys. If it was like the entire country, I thought for a second I was actually considering taking the stability hit. Wait, good thing I read that more closely. Oh, excuse me. What was I going to do with my diplomat? I know it was something. They're going to break their alliance with me if I'm not careful. What I was going to do was swap out coalition here. So I'm going to leave the coalition. I don't want to get pulled into a war with Lithuania. I'm actually going to form a coalition against these guys. That's possible that... I mean, I just want to get into war with Denmark whenever possible, as long as it's a defensive war. And I can pull in England. If not, I don't really want to get into it. We'll see who joins this coalition. These guys might join the coalition. Being allied with Bohemia is kind of dangerous because they're a target of a pretty substantial coalition, but as long as they remained allied with England as well, I'm fine with it. Allied with Croatia. That seems bad. I don't really want to be allied with... I don't want to really be allied with Croatia. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I can't get the Defender of the Faith until Serbia is retaken. I mean, Montenegro is retaken by the Ottomans, because eventually the Ottomans are going to attack them, and I'm not going to want to join that war. What's Venice up to? How did Venice pick up these? How did Venice pick up these provinces? I thought those were Ottoman provinces. They couldn't have actually taken provinces from the Ottomans, could they? Venice is quite powerful then, actually. And they're a merchant republic like I am. So they have a casus belli, the embargo casus belli. I was gonna say they make a good ally, but I think I'll focus on Naples. Yeah, I think I'll focus on Naples. Venice is so strong. They're winning their war against Naples. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. I'm gonna go ahead and improve relations with Venice and see where it goes. Maybe if if they're actually strong, if they're actually like, they have a border with the Ottomans, they could be a great ally in my eventual war against the Ottomans. They could just take a few of these provinces from Naples, but it really doesn't look like they are. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for yawning. The reason that our missionary is going so much slower is I swapped out the missionary strength guy, thinking that I'd be buying a stability soon. And I will buy a stability, and then I'll swap back in the missionary strength guy, probably. But even just 10% is... well, it's actually only 10 administrative power. It might not really have been worth it, I don't know for sure. So this just got enacted. In my Japan Let's Play, they're all the way to here. Pretty close to getting this. Austria is doing quite a bit worse here. Well, I'll admit that my Japan Let's Play has gone quite a bit farther. We're about the same number of videos, or relatively close, in the Japan Let's Plays. I think in 1615. So this is all of Russia gets tax modifier. Well, okay. Wow, both of these are good. Trade focus. I guess this must be Merchant Republic specific events. Well, I have 4 merchants already. I have 1 collecting taxes here and 1 collecting taxes here. Maybe he's influencing trade. No. 1 directing trade this way, here. 1 collecting taxes here. If I had another merchant, I'd collect taxes here. This is probably going to be worth more money, the trade power, but more merchants will mean an entire another point toward administrative rank, which I'm already gaining score in, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up the merchant. And send him here. And just to show you what I'm talking about, I think it might have increased at 0.5. I guess I should have shown you on both ends. But I think it's 0.5 per merchant over 2. But I guess my terrible diplomatic technology is actually keeping me from gaining. I have strong allies. Well, what's England got that I don't? Ah, it's a fleet. I see. If I want to get points from this column, I have to have a fleet. Well, you heard him. You're going to build a fleet. I don't want to build early Carracks. Early Carracks aren't very good. I want to wait until 9. I want to wait until 9. So I'm going to wait until 9. I'm just not going to waste my money on those boats. You can't upgrade your boats like you can your troops. Found that out the hard way with Japan. I have a bunch of old boats. So, these guys, who were one-time enemies, now just kind of pains in the ass, they've declared on these guys. Okay. Looks like they must have beat the Timurids. That's fine. They can be strong. I actually prefer them to be strong because that'll be a balancer against Crimea, and I'm not really afraid of Crimea except for one thing. They're allied with the Ottomans, and they have a land walkability for the Ottomans, so the Ottomans could come up here. Right now, my puny 34 troops probably won't stack up anything against. Yeah, against the Ottomans. See, Crimea plus the Ottomans is much more than me. France is interestingly has a very high manpower. Oh no. This place. It's just switching to Protestant. That's annoying. Well, luckily it's an accepted culture, so I'll be able to switch it back as soon as religious zeal is gone, but... That's annoying. It wouldn't be so bad if I were to switch to Protestant, though. If I had the opportunity, I would do it. Like they said, the 5% tech thing is really nice. Ooh. I'm just not going to gain any military power for a very long time. Okay. Right where my troops were, so you immediately got shot down. I think that might actually be part of that event. I've seen it before. You only get rebel spawn in the place where you had troops. It can be bad if you have a bunch of small stacks, but it can work out well if you are smart and do what I just did. And now I couldn't be doing this. Yeah, lack of naval patrols is actually crushing. Actually don't know if... Oh, it's a light ship. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if my little boats here can actually beat a heavy ship. But it can definitely beat a light ship. If I didn't have the attrition modifier thing, I'd be taking attrition. As you can see, this is friendly territory for them, and their 26 is taking attrition. Kazan is their vassal, so... Do I get like a claim on every adjacent province when I became Russia? I guess I did. When I became Russia, I got claims on like every adjacent province. It's kind of nice. How long did that last for? Oh, for like a month more. Now, as far as advisors for military go, I know I don't want to spend the money to get this guy. So, between all of them, I actually want fort defense. He's also younger, so less likely to die and charge me his initiation price. But I want fort defense because that's actually the best thing against rebels, which is the only sort of threat that I have, so... The reason I'm not going to patrol this zone is that I'm the only person interested in the White Sea. So I'm the only one that's going to be patrolling this zone. Oh, I guess, yeah. You get these claims when you become Russia. Trust me, I took over all the provinces I was interested in taking over with those claims. I would never be using that CB anyway. The CB that I got from the diplomatic idea group is so much better. Less aggressive expansion, less diplomatic costs to do things. It's just like wicked better. Oh wow, I have never seen that. The Livonian Order had a claim on the province. Not even their core, they had a claim on the province. Oh, I see, they were Catholic rebels, and they joined a nearby Catholic nation. Wait a second. Yeah. If that's the case, I'm the only nearby Orthodox nation. Maybe the Orthodox Zealots will join me. They have a higher chance of actually revolting, so. Oh, and they're trying to convert. See, there's an active missionary. Why are you trying to convert this province? No, I'm angry with you. Convert one of your Catholic provinces. Not the Orthodox provinces. Well, we just gotta hope, I guess, that we get a rebel spawn in... Yeah, That's all I could think of. Can't go to war with Lithuania right now. I've got a truce. I don't have a truce with them anymore. In fact, I don't have any truces anymore. I don't know where they all went, but wherever they went, they're not here anymore. I have a CB against them. England, Munster, and Bohemia would all join this war with me. But Poland, Denmark, Bavaria, and the Livonian Order would all join the war with them. Now they're not allied with them. They're just in the coalition against me. Now what if I declared war over here? Would all my allies join me? No, my allies wouldn't join me. But if I dow over here, they will. I'm gonna wait. Every time I do this, you guys must be sick of it by now. I'm gonna wait. I am gonna wait until I fully westernize. It's just happening. That's all there is to that. Let's go ahead and swap out for the missionary strength guy again. I'll eventually deal with my inflation, just not right now. I have the idea group that's reducing it though, so. Wow! All my merchants just this. Oh. Now I have to put back all my merchants. That's just annoying. But we actually get to see that the merchants were making us something. The merchants, all 5 of them together, were making me 6 gold. Okay, so first merchant. I guess I can send you here to collect taxes. Or trade, or whatever. Next merchant. I can send you here to direct trade. Next guy can go here to collect trade. Next guy can go here to collect trade. That should be all 5 of them. Then we'll see, we were at like some negative number and now we're at like a positive number. So we were like -6, I think. Now we're at +3, so the merchants are making us some money. I don't think I've ever had 5 merchants with any other playthrough or anything, because you get a -1 for being Russia, I think, -1 for being a merchant republic, and then I got 1 for that event that you guys just saw in this part. You guys are declaring are protecting the independence of someone? Well, like I mentioned in the last part, my goal is to take over the entire Baltic trade zone. Lithuania declared war on the Teutonic Order. Teutonic Order. I guess. What was their CB? Oh, it must be this CB. They would claim. Wow, Poland, you could be doing better. Yeah. Admittedly, you could be doing better. Now, France and Portugal and Castile. Wow, there's a really big war going on. Basically, it's like a Catholics versus Sunnis war. That's what it looks like. Now this guy I'm gonna keep because if I don't do this, I won't be able to get the full value out of my I gain 8 per election cycle. I'll only gain 2, so that's why I might keep him. I'll probably just keep him into perpetuity as well. So I can't send him to either of these places. But as soon as these are cored, I can send him over here. Oh, awesome timing. So this is good. I would never do this though. There's like no circumstances in which I would take a 2 stability hit for what that is. This is just a free stability, but stability would have cost so radically much. Sweet. Westernization is going to be going at 2% per month, I believe. We're going to be done with it in no time. So we've improved our relations with Venice. Unfortunately, they managed to convert this to Protestant, which sucks. So we need to support rebels. Just support whatever rebels I can. They're at war. I don't know why there are no rebels here. Why I can't. Well, they're already getting foreign support from someone in this province. And these? I can't support for some reason? I don't know. Who to improve relations with? I do believe it is France's turn. France, who has more military power than the Ottomans. And might actually win this war. It's got Portugal too, right? Yeah, Portugal, Castile, France. The Ottomans messed up somehow. Now they just made peace with Poland taking the remaining Romanian provinces. They now control all of Wachlaca and Moldavia, Wallachia and Moldavia. So these are Orthodox, which I would want, I guess, but can't have. The big thing is that they now have a border with these Ruthenian provinces, which are my culture type. And I did want them. I can't even take this province without now having a border with the Ottomans. That means the Ottomans are now my enemies. I was hoping that they would only take this province. But them having this province is bad. They are my enemies. But not for a while, because obviously I have other things I need to take first. This province will be the last one that I end up taking. Thought I already had the increased decentralization. Is it only for a year? Oh, it's for 10 years. So it's basically extending it for 3 years. I can live with that. 3 more years or something I already have. I want to get this westernization done as soon as possible so that I can, like, start going to war with... It says 2 per month. I don't know if we have... Poland is now not the same... Poland is actually a good ally now because they're not the same religion as Lithuania anymore. Probably don't like Lithuania anymore. But you see, they're allied, or they're still allied with Lithuania and Denmark. I really don't know. Cordial, not even cordial. Cordial. I can pretty easily smash on Denmark, but it's just this coalition. Let's see if anybody joined my coalition against them. Nobody yet. The only people who would be reasonable to join are people I'm already allies with. I just didn't want to be out in the coalition against Lithuania because I'm guaranteeing the independence of Lithuania, so I don't know exactly how that would work. Or I must declare both on Lithuania to be in a war with whoever declares on them while simultaneously declaring on them. Yeah, that seems a little bit bad. Yeah, messy. Whoa, whoa. Who is Denmark at war with? Oh, I see. Somehow Denmark lost Danzig. They owned Danzig for a while. Danzig. That being said, looks like we're at the 30-minute mark. I will be right back to make another part, and you can be back whenever you join.